Hello there, it's Lynn. So this is a basic mindfulness of breath practice. You can do this anywhere, anytime, and it can be as long or as short as you like or as you need. Doing this for the first time, perhaps sit down or lie down to get used to the practice first. And then you can do this even when you're moving, even when you're in the middle of a task and anxiety and stress is getting on top of you. You can just simply do this practice and it'll bring you back into the calm zone, which is what we're after. So getting into a comfortable position. And we just want to settle for a little bit. So I'll give you the image of a very still lake, a very still body of water, and a stone is thrown into it, and there's ripples on the surface. But underneath the surface, the stone sinks down further and further, and it becomes more quiet, more still as it floats down and down and down underneath the surface of the water until it finds a place to rest. That's what we do when we settle down to do a relaxation. Become quieter, stiller. So what I'd like you to do is choose to put your attention on your breath as it is right now. There's no need to change your breath. That's not what mindfulness is about. It's about practicing noticing what is, no matter what it is or how it is. So just following your in-breath, following your out-breath at your own pace. And start to notice the qualities of your breath. This is cultivating that attitude of curiosity. Is there a temperature to my breath? Notice the pace of your breath. Notice where you might feel your breath the most. Perhaps in your nose, perhaps in your chest, maybe it's more in your belly. It's different for everybody. Just noticing how you breathe in your body. Now our thoughts will be around. So just noticing when our attention has been carried away by our thoughts. And just label when we're caught up into a thought, thought. And then very gently and kindly redirect attention back to how your breath feels right here, right now. Follow the inflow, follow the outflow. If your attention is being taken by thoughts again, label it thought. Redirect your attention back to following your breath right here, right now. Notice the rise and the fall of your belly and chest area as you breathe in and out. Following the in, following the out. And if your attention is taken away from your breath and is caught up and hooked into some sort of thought, just notice, label it thought, and just very gently redirect attention back to noticing how your breath feels in your body right here, right now. It doesn't matter how many times you need to do that. That's the practice of mindfulness of breath. We're training our awareness muscle by noticing when our attention is taken away to a thought, and then we bring our attention back on purpose to noticing how our body feels as we breathe. And to keep our attention on our breath, imagine that we're drawing a circle with our breath. So on the in-breath, we draw half the circle, and on the out-breath, we draw the other half of the circle. On the in-breath, trace over that half circle of the in-breath. On the out-breath, trace over, finishing the circle. You might want to play around. You might find that you're playing around with the direction of the circle. Doesn't matter. Whatever makes sense to you. After a while, settle into the motion of your in-breath, drawing half the circle in your mind's eye, your out-breath, finishing the circle in your mind's eye. Just doing that for a moment. All the while, if your attention's taken away to thinking world, there it goes again. Thought. Bring attention back to your breath, and perhaps back to the image of your in-breath creating half the circle, your out-breath creating the other half. Now just letting go of the image of the circle and putting attention just lightly on your in-breath, lightly on your out-breath. We're coming to close this breath mindfulness exercise. This is a nice one to practice anywhere, anytime. The process of turning attention towards the breath, really being curious, really noticing your breath, however it is, trying to keep attention there. But if your attention wanders, become aware of it and gently bring attention back to noticing your breath. You can do that for 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths, as many breaths as you like. It's a beautiful way just to come back down in a very accessible way, just to come back down into that calm zone. Adding the circle visualization, you can, or you don't have to do that. It's just a way to cement our concentration on our breath by giving it something to trace, a circle. So now if you're going to sleep, enjoy your sleep. If you're getting on with your day, hope you have a good day.